Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone. This reading is an angel reading. It's going to be in the form of a pick a card reading. Basically, I felt guided to do this reading because of the fact of a lot of the readings I've done for you guys, there's always this message of your angels and ancestors and high vibrational beings looking and watching over you and guiding you. But one thing I haven't really done is made a video to explore further who these beings are. Now, these readings are not going to be the ancestral ones. I'm going to do that another time, focusing on that. Because obviously, like, there are loads of beings that are guiding us all the time, including guardian angels, archangels, even higher level beings than archangels. So even ascended masters, like there's a lot of different ones, and they kind of come in and out of our lives at different stages of our lives, so they don't always stay with us like from the time we come out into this world. And so what this reading is more focused on is who either is working with you right now or who wants to work with you. I always feel that even when I've done readings in the past to do with specifically like archangels and like ascended masters, their presence is already there a lot of the time. We may not know their name, or we may not even really acknowledge their presence, but the more you develop a relationship with them, that's when you're going to start to find that you will be able to recognize um, their presence, especially if this is of interest to you to learn more about it. And also what I wanted to do is sort of use this as an opportunity for you guys to also to go away and to learn a bit more about whichever archangel or ascended masters that you choose that shows up in your reading for you, because I'm sure the message will resonate. And I also am very sure that the more you sort of go away and you learn about this particular one that shows up for you, the more connected you will feel and the more understanding you will have about why they've shown up in your life at this time and what they're trying to help you to do right now. Because from what I've seen of these messages, all of us here have a greater purpose in this life. We all have a greater purpose. And what they're really trying to do is to kind of get you on path to uh, be able to progress and to be able to uh, not only improve your life, but it is also about the improving people's lives around you also. So there is like a bigger purpose to all this. So that's kind of what these readings are about. So you're going to be able to pick from 5 different I want to say, well, what I was give away is there are 4 archangels that have shown up and there's 1 ascended master that has shown up. So we're going to start with picking your number. So it's going to be from 1 to 5. So it's best to pick it now. Pick what number stands out to you the most in terms of like your intuition. Don't pick a number that is like, I don't know, a special number to you or whatever else. I mean, you could, but I feel like it's better to just let your intuition just decide what number is really showing up like in your mind's eye. And the first one that shows up for you, kind of just going with that number and sticking to that, and then looking at the reading for that number to see what being has come forward, angelic being has come forward for you. So that's what we're going to do. I've decided to pick cards from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different decks for each reading. So this might get a little bit long. Some of which I'm going to be reading from their guidebook, and also some of which I've done, well, all of them, I've done a bit of reading up on to kind of give you a little bit of information about each one. But like I said, it's better to go away and find out like even more, because to me this is really interesting anyway, and you might find it interesting too. So let's start from number 1. Let's see. because my book is behind the camera here. Number one, the angel cards are basically from the Orosoma deck. Orosoma is a bottle system, a color bottle system. Because like it's a whole other system in and of itself, I've decided to just focus on the archangel and not so much the bottle. But if you want to go away and look that up, you can also look that up as well, because that will give you information about the angel as well. So this is the Orosoma bottle 112, and the archangel is Archangel Israel. Israel. Now this one is a pretty special one because he or she, you could say, because basically this being embraces both a feminine and masculine energy. The reason why that also is because it has four faces. So we're seeing three at the front and there's one at the back. It has six wings, and its like a special quality is that it has the trumpet. It's basically the archangel of resurrection, and it is a part of one of four archangels. So the Book of the Dead says that this is one of the oldest archangels, and how it what it does for us in terms of human beings is that it is the archangel of joy and creativity, joyful creativity, communicate, and it communicates through dancing and through song. So it makes sense that it will be through song because obviously it has a trumpet. So if you find that you get a lot of messages through music or through even dancing movements, if you feel very connected to certain music that really, puts you on a high vibe and everything, this is sort of the presence of the archangel Aziraphale. So yeah, he sort of connects us to uh messages through music. So you might even find that you might suddenly hear a song that you haven't heard in years, and it may have something to do with something that you're going through in your life, and that's a message for you um through through song. So the other card that I picked is one of the angel decks that I have. Can't find the box now. Okay. But each card of this in this deck comes with a long message, which is basically this one says, the more we love what is good and true, the more the angels love to be with us. The gift of life contains no promises, only possibilities. We are called to live our lives with appropriate regard for others. We are interdependent with all things in our wonderful planet. If you sincerely immerse yourself in the service of others, you cannot help but be helped yourself. Rather than ask what you can get from life, ask, how may I serve? What can I contribute? Many blessings are around you everywhere, so don't miss the opportunity to make a difference. So that basically is also connected to what this archangel wants for you or is helping you with. It could be helping you in terms of being of service to other people, what you can do for others, and the gift that you have to give the world. And the following card, which is from the Angel Therapy deck, is Law of Attraction, and it says relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. So basically, it's showing that there are things that are being removed from your life. And the reason why this is because you are becoming more spiritually mature and you're advancing. And it's almost like the more in tune with spirit you become, the more you're going to leave behind the things that you no longer need. So it's that's the reason why I feel like we shouldn't put pressure on ourselves when we see that we're sort of on this spiritual journey, but maybe we are not the way we think we should be. Like we feel like, or we should be constantly improving ourselves, changing ourselves to advance. Spirit is already helping us do that. It's like wherever you are now is exactly where you're supposed to be in terms of what spirit has, guided you towards. So it's, you shouldn't think to yourself, oh my gosh, like, I should be even more advanced, or I should be like in terms of your spiritual gifts, or I should be even better than this other person, or I should be where this other person is at. Especially if you have people that you look up to in terms of like spiritual teachers or advisors or mentors, it's kind of like saying, be gentle with yourself. Know that where you are is where you're supposed to be. And also with the law of attraction, it's almost like what you're putting out there is what you're getting back as well. That's why, like this card says, it's important to think of others and what you can do for others, because whatever you are putting out there, if you're a person that you want to be of service to the world, you want to give something to the world, it's saying you should give it, because what you're going to receive back is going to be gifted back to you. So know that it's always, that's why it's always good to have positive intention when it comes to what it is that you put out, because that good intention will come back to you in a way that will be beneficial to you also. So let me move on to this one. Now this one is just it's another angel deck. It's the Angel Wisdom Tarot, and you have the Page of Swords. So basically everything is becoming really clear for you. So the messages will be very clear, and your mind will be very clear in terms of what you need to do for yourself at this time. Opportunities may show up around you. Communication may come to you that may be really positive at this time. You can see there's a lot of butterflies in this card, so it represents transformation and change. So you're going through your own transformation, your own spiritual transformation as well. So there's a lot of growing to do. The thing about swords is, there's always challenges along the way, but it's almost like you're equipped to go through them. So don't be afraid of any new beginnings and new starts. There's always an opportunity for things to change and for things to get better. So kind of go with the flow in terms of the new things that are showing up for you. And this is the number 7 card from the Path of the Soul. So let me see what this message is in the little book that accompanies this deck. You have the Bull Guide. So the Bull Guide appears to offer you strength as you move through your life. He impacts the teaching and wisdom of standing strong and firm when you need to, and not allowing others to cross your personal boundaries. Look at all the situations happening around you at this time. Bull Guide is here to help you be firm wherever and whenever you need to be. He wants to remind you that you are strong and you are deeply supported as you find your way to your own self-empowerment. So, wow, that's a powerful message. So, that's your message for number 1. Like I said, go away and find out a bit more. Like, this is a very interesting angel, and I think there's a reason why you guys have one that is even more advanced than the other archangels. So this is really sort of powerful work that this angel has come to do, especially because this is the angel of resurrection, and it's almost like Judgment Day. So this might be a time where you're being called to service, you're being called to do something really big and significant at this time. Because this card can almost be connected to the Judgment card in the tarot. So some things may be coming back to you, some old things may be coming up, showing up for you. Could be old challenges, could be people from the past, could be old opportunities coming back to you. So basically, whatever is going to be coming to you at this time, there's going to be a rebirth, and there's going to be an opportunity for you to change the circumstances surrounding what's returning. So peace and many blessings to you, those that chose number 1. Let's move on to number 2. So let me double check I'm pulling the right card. So what I've been telling number 1 is these are Aurosoma cards. So you can look up the bottle. I'm not going to get into the bottle explanation because each of the bottles are connected to an archangel, and you can look that up on Google anyways. The bottle number is 96. It's this beautiful blue. This is like one of my favorite shades of blue. So gorgeous, and it's connected to the archangel Raphael, which Raphael, this one also is connected to a Major Arcana card, which is the moon. You know, the moon is about our psychic intuition. It's about what is unseen, what resides in the subconscious or unconscious mind. Um, and it kind of connects to the high priestess as well in terms of our spirituality. So it's very deep, and it's very much what resides within you. And you can see the moon phases. So you might be going through different phases in your own life right now. Things may be brought to a completion, but and it also represents being very sensitive and very emotional. So all of these things might be showing up for you as well. But what Raphael does is he's more about healing. Healing, especially when it comes to, it can be relationships, it can be to do with your health. It has really, there's a big connection with your health. So it could be your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, especially connected with this moon energy. So again, it might be you might things might be showing up for you that need to be healed away. So if your mind isn't in the right place, if you're going through a lot of mental stress, anxiety, depression, low mood, Archangel Raphael will be here to help you with those things. Whether it's your physical body, you suffer from ill health, Archangel Raphael will be the one to be able to restore your health. So Archangel Raphael, funnily enough, you were the only one, if you pick number two, which number two also is the high priestess as well. So I feel like that's the energy showing up for you. So a lot of you guys, I feel like, are high priestesses if you pick number two. So that means that your purpose is to do sort of the occult and explore the mysteries that is in this world in terms of your spirituality. So you might be very connected to practicing types of witchcraft, or practicing types of spell work, even law of attraction work, basically manifesting things within your own spiritual practice. So you're not the type that will need to really commune in terms of a church building or anything like that. Your type of spirituality is more going to the source, going to the books, occult books, the hidden knowledge, the secret knowledge, to explore and to learn and to advance that way. And Archangel Raphael wants to be a part of that with you as well. But you're the only one that two angels actually came forward for you. The Archangel Shamael showed up in this deck. So this is, it says angels in action, this card. And it says an angel will never give up on you, even if you have given up on yourself. Many of us are plagued by feelings of unworthiness or low self esteem. Keep in mind that all thoughts create energy, and like attracts like. When we focus on negative thinking, we attract disappointment and disasters. Archangel Shamael and the angels of love can help you overcome negative feelings if you ask. Close your eyes and ask that angelic love surround you. Banish negative thinking by saying 3 times, "Be gone, feeling of anti love." See yourself surrounded by bright pink light and feel instantly uplifted. Remember also that your guardian angels are with you even when you are feeling negative. You are special to your angels no matter how you are feeling about yourself. Whenever you feel reassurance, guidance, protection, and love, just call on them for help. Soon you will be shown the way of happiness again. So that's a really beautiful message. And the Archangel Shamiel is about healing of relationships and is about unconditional love, finding inner peace, resolving conflicts, forgiving people, and nurturing romantic relationships. So if you guys are finding that you're feeling very challenged in terms of your relationships, then it's saying that Archangel Shamiel is trying to help you through this time, and it's also helping you with your own self-love, self-acceptance, and knowing that you are loved and cared for. Like, a number of angels are showing up here. It even mentioned guardian angels. So it's basically saying that if you're going through a really tough time, all these angels are right now surrounding you, blessing you, trying to basically breathe life into you. So it's almost like they want you to know that you're protected and they are supporting you at this time. So don't feel like you're alone, because you're not alone. There's a lot that they're trying to do for you. For some of you guys, the challenge in your life in terms of your relationships could be to do with your parents, or could be something that came from your childhood. So if you deal with self-esteem issues, or lacking in self-love or self-acceptance and things like that, it could be a really deep-rooted trauma that happened in your life, or experience that happened from the time you was a child. Or even if it wasn't necessarily your parents that did anything negative, you could just be going through challenges in terms of maybe the loss of a parent or both of your parents. And if that's the case, Archangel Shamael and Raphael are trying to heal you through the grieving process of the loss of a parent, or if your parents aren't feeling very well, the grief that can come with their health issues and things like that as well. And so, yeah, I can see, especially with your angel wisdom card, that there's a lot that you're going through, maybe mentally and emotionally and spiritually. And there's a lot that you may feel that you want to leave behind right now. Some of you guys, especially connected to the parents, it could be that if you are a certain age, you might be leaving your parents' home. Or some of you may be dealing with parents that don't quite understand you, or understand your struggle, or understand maybe your choices in life. So you may be going it alone to be more independent and to live your life how you choose to. So that may also be a message for you guys. But you're moving on to a different environment that might be actually better for you. So I don't see it as a negative thing if you are moving or leaving, or you're moving on to something else. Um, it's kind of saying that you probably need to be in a different environment. So even if the parent aspect isn't for you in terms of a message, if you're just moving on to a different space, a different environment, different surroundings, I feel like that this will be good for you. Or if you're traveling at this time, it'll be good, especially for your mental and emotional well-being. So the last card, which is from the Path of the Soul, I'll read the guidebook for this one. It's work, number 10. So this card relates to work. It describes working at what you are really here to do. It is about combining all of your knowledge and gifts on both the physical and spiritual plane, and utilizing both as a means of earning a living. If you're not sure what it is you are really here to do, this card is asking you to take action and the rest will follow. The two worlds have come into alignment and time has come. This card can also show that you are on the right path. Everything is in proper balance. So for some of you guys, connecting it to your archangels, it could be saying that your work is for you to be a healer, or for you to develop a healing practice. Sometimes that can be your own personal healing practice to help with your own health, but it also can be that you could be a healer in terms of doing massage therapy, Reiki, energy healing, crystal healing, all of these kind of things, and you can offer them as a service, and you may be able to help people that way. So or in terms of Shamael and emotional healing, it could be that you're a counselor, so you deal with like people that are having trouble in their relationships, or you're a coach as well. So you might be dealing with people's relationships with them, with themselves, or relationships with other people. So basically, this card is for the healers and the high priestesses that do healing work. So high priestess that's doing magical work for people, spell work for people, all of those kind of things. So it's basically encouraging you to do more of that. Or if you don't do it as yet, start a business doing that, because that's a part of your life purpose. So peace and many blessings to you, number 3. I'll be now moving on to number 2. That was number 2. And like how I told number 1, please do like learn more about these archangels, especially the one that showed up for you, because I feel like there will be even more messages you'll get when you do the Google search and you learn even more about them. So now moving on to number 3. Now, if you chose the number 3, I feel like there was a reason why you guys were the only ones that had an ascended master and you didn't have an archangel. So this message is something that is really going to be specific for you guys. I feel like the reason why you got an ascended master is because it's almost like, do you know when you have children and you have a child that is, they're really responsible, they're good, they listen and everything else, and it's almost like they're being called to advance even more. Like they're doing good works already, but it's like now they have to move things even up, even higher. Like you have to do even more work. And it's almost because you were chosen to do this work, you were chosen to be on this path. So like they say, it's like a lot is being required from you because of the fact that you're already really special. You already have something about you that you are called to do in this world that has a significant meaning and purpose. So your archangel that has a beautiful bottle, like I don't know why this card speaks to me so much. I love it so much. It's just a white bottle. Now these are Orosoma cards, and this is an Orosoma bottle. And you can look up the bottle if you want. I'm not getting into the bottle meanings, but I'll show you the bottle if you want to look it up for yourself. It's 54. It will also tell you about this ascended master right here, who is Serapis Bey. And Serapis Bey is an ascended master. He is of the Chohan of the fourth ray, the white ray of purity. Serapis Bey emphasizes harmony and discipline. Discipline, oh, let me read this. Okay, discipline in his, you see, oh, he's assigned to work. I'm reading the same thing over again. He's assigned to work on projects with others, teaching them the importance of serving together. But his one, a lot of his description is to do with discipline and purity. He's also special. Did I continue on my writing? Because there was more information I got about him. Where did I put it? He's also special because he was a part of Atlantis, the city of Atlantis. And so, and also has connections to Egypt as well. I thought I wrote that because I read all that stuff. Where did I put it? Oh gosh, my mind. Okay. Yes, and so basically, what he's calling you to do is this is about your spiritual discipline, discipline and purity in terms of what you are consuming, what you're around, what you are being called to do in order to progress further. I don't know why. There's a word I want to say, but it's not. I'm not getting this word. It's more than just progressing further. It's about really elevating. That's the word. It's about elevating yourself, moving into such a different phase of or version of yourself that it's almost like you barely recognize where you've come from because of the fact that you are now like you developed a spiritual practice. You've developed a way of living your life that is harmonious and that is disciplined. And the reason why discipline seems to be a big one is because this was the card that came afterwards from the angel therapy deck, which is healing away addiction. And it says it's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael. So Raphael is coming through with this card to help you with this healing. So both beings can help you on your journey with this. Serapis Bey can help you because of the fact that he again is bringing in that purity. So he basically it will help you rid yourself of anything that you are addicted to. So this could be food, this could be alcohol, this could be drugs, this could be, social media. Let's be honest, a lot of us are, we spend a lot of time on this social media. So it's like all of these different things where you where it's basically out of balance or out of alignment with where you're supposed to be. Now it's about healing those things away. And especially where Archangel Raphael is concerned, is he is the archangel that connects us in terms of our health. So he'll be, again, if you got a drug issue or an alcohol issue, or like overeating, undereating, whatever the situation is, or in terms of the things that you consume. So um he's trying to get you on a path of a healthier lifestyle, basically. And if you embrace a healthier lifestyle, then you're going to start to feel that your connection with spirit will be even stronger, because this white like this connects us with our crown chakra, and our crown chakra is what connects us with these higher beings. That's how a lot of them communicate with us. So it's almost like saying that we can help you even more if you get yourself where you need to be healthy, um because a lot of these things that we consume, that we become addicted to, it clouds our judgment. It makes our mind more foggy. It doesn't allow us to be able to properly communicate with higher beings and higher spirits, because of the fact that it's almost like we're trying to communicate with them through a haze, you know because these substances, are things that we take in order to almost like detach ourselves from reality, especially things that alter your state of being, you know so it's saying that if you have an issue in that kind of way, these beings are here trying to help you to purify, to cleanse, to start over again. So it might be a good idea for you to look into different ways that you can cleanse your body, cleanse your mind, cleanse your spirit. There's ways that you can do it, magically. And there's also ways that you can do it in terms of, doing a fast, even, whether it's a water fast, juice cleanses, all of these things where we just give our body a break from certain things and just, just put a whole bunch of like good stuff into our bodies that can sort of rid out the toxins. That's what I'm sensing with these cards, being rid of toxins that are in our body, that's in our mind, that we, watch visually, things that come through into our senses, being able to rid ourselves of those things in order to properly divine with spirit and have spirit really guide us in the way that we need to be guided. So the next card is what seems like death to a caterpillar is the birth of a beautiful butterfly to the master. What a fantasy to feast to our heart's content. So that's not discipline. Wrap ourselves in a warm cocoon, fall into a deep sleep, and wake up to find ourselves transformed into a being of delicate beauty with wings to fly wherever we choose. So that's the transformation. Nothing is really that simple. Firstly, the earthbound caterpillar is driven by need, insatiable hunger. It is not free until it has changed from this caterpillar phase. If we are prepared to completely change from our insatiable needs, we are all capable of metamorphosizing into beautiful beings of light. It is through really letting go of our old self and dying metaphorically that the new you can come truly into the light. And look at this card if you don't see like light all around him. So you're coming into the light. So this is you. So this is what Jesus meant when he said we must all be born again. So this is almost like your opportunity to be born again. In the Christian faith, you wear all white, just like the card you wear, and like what he's wearing, you wear all white, and you get dunked into the water, and they bring you back up again, and then you're meant to be all born anew in Christ. Like, this is your baptism. This is your clearing. This is your reset. This is your starting all over again. So again, it takes a lot of work to be able to sort of leave the old self behind, just like you said, the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. It's a process. It doesn't happen just like that. So there's things that has to happen in stages before the butterfly is created. But it's sort of saying that you're in that process, and there's things that you have to let go if you want to start all over anew. Being this beautiful new creature in spirit. So, your angel wisdom card was the Knight of Pentacles, I think this would be. And it says loyalty, dedication, protection, apprehensive. Plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to the details. Wait for perfect timing. A guardian angel or someone who watches over you. So this is your guardian angel. So the guardian angel now is coming through. So now you got more than one being. You got a number. That's what I'm finding with the cards. That's why I said this reading is very high vibrational, and there's loads of beings that are coming through. Because you got Serapis Bay, you got Archangel Raphael, and you have a guardian angel. And the last one I did had a number of different ones as well. So it's kind of showing you got a number of different guardians that are helping you and guiding you and just giving you these messages. And they know that the work is hard. Like, that's what the Knight of Pentacles is. Because Knight of Pentacles usually represents when you're kind of young and you're working and you're creating things, and sometimes all of that can be challenging. It takes work, it takes dedication. Like, we were saying about discipline. To be disciplined, you have to learn that. It's easy to just give in to your desires, give in to what you want, give in. But it's harder to say no. I'm not going to do that because that's not good for me. I have to think differently. I have to prioritize different things. I have to be sensible. That's the Knight of Pentacles as well, being sensible, making good decisions because of the fact that you're not an irresponsible person. You want to be more responsible, you know. So it's all of those things. And then you got a master number. That's why I said the number 3. This is for somebody really special. There's number 3. If you pick number 3, because you even got a master number with this path of the soul cards, which no one else has had as yet, and you're the only one that has an ascended master as well as angels. So, and number 3 is a very spiritual number as well, and connects you to your religion and spirituality, and also creativity and cooperation. So, Birth of Angels is the card you got. And this is not an angel deck. So I'm just saying. But you got the Birth of Angels card. So you are surrounded with the loving support of the angelic realm. You play an important role on Earth in uplifting the consciousness of the planet. So you have big work to do, number 3. The angels are here with you to help in every way that they can. Remember, you have not been abandoned here. You're not alone on this journey. Your gifts are very special and very needed. I feel like this is important. Like this, I hope you're not going to just listen to this message and just continue on your life as normal. Because whoever picked number 3, like you've got some really important work to do in this world, like for humanity. So it says, these divine beings are here with you to aid you in becoming fully who you are truly meant to be. Now you will see your path opening more than you ever have before. That's a big message. A huge message. like the all these messages are meaningful, they're all powerful because we're dealing with higher vibrational beings, but your one is a standout message for some reason. So yeah, peace and many blessings to you, number 3. I'm going to be moving on to number 4 now. So let's see, number 4. If you pick number 4, I'm telling all the signs, these are Orosoma cards. I'm basically focusing on the angel that is connected to each of the cards. I'm not focusing so much on the bottle, but if you want to find out more about the Orosoma system and the bottles and things, you can definitely look them up. This bottle is 103. It's a gorgeous blue bottle. So you got light blue at the top, the very dark, almost like a purple, like a aubergine, really dark, like a dark aubergine. So it's like yeah, you have the archangel Hanael. Okay, some people are well, all these other cards, they're getting like a number of beings coming through. So Hanael, now I'm just giving brief descriptions of the angels in order for you guys to like go away and to learn even more about these angels, because I know whatever information you find, it will resonate with you even more, because there's a lot of information you can find out about all these different angels and beings that are showing up in these readings. So this is Archangel Hanael, and she is known as the angel of joy. Okay, if you feel frustrated or disappointed, she's the one that will help you in terms of finding your happiness. You can turn to Hanael to develop your relationship with God, and that you'll be blessed with a truly enjoyable life. I'm sorry, but my eyes are going really funny. I don't know what's happening. So you'll be yeah, so she is the one of joy, happiness. So if you are going through a very tough time, she will help you to restore that happiness and that bliss for life. She's going to help you in terms of aiding your relationship with God, or your relationship with source. So basically she's here to connect you to have a deeper connection in terms of your spirituality. So this is another angel deck. These ones have messages, angel messages. So it says sometimes the angel's gift is not to give you what you want. So that's interesting. So sometimes you don't always get what you want. Kind of like a parent. Like sometimes your parents will give you what you need and not always what you want. So to want is an expression of need. It tells the universe that there is a lack, a void, a wanting within us. Remember the old adage given to demanding children: I want never gets. Imagine constantly telling the universe, I want more, negatively affirming that you are in a permanent state of lack. Better to create affirmations that reinforce what is already yours. Instead of saying, I want to be slimmer or I wish I felt good, say, my body grows more youthful every day and all my cells work in perfect harmony. Instead of saying, I can't afford so and so, say, I live in abundance, I always have enough. Notice the difference when you change. I want something to love me. I want someone to love me, to I am lovable and I attract loving people into my life. That is a really amazing message, because basically what that message is saying is you are speaking your reality into existence, and you have to change your language when it comes to the things that are challenging you in your life. So don't say what you can't do, turn it around and say what you can do. Say what is positive. That's what Hanael is telling you. Hanael is the archangel of happiness. Of, Haniel wants you to be able to enjoy your life, wants you to be able to develop a closer connection to source, because when you are connected to source, you're connected to your higher self. You believe that your world is abundant. Everything you want out of life is just right there. You can get it. So it's almost like changing your vibration. If you find that you feel really negative towards things, you're in a very negative place, it's saying you have to soul search to figure out, for one, what is the source of that negativity and how can you turn it around. Maybe you have to view things differently because everything is perspective. Maybe there is a solution to the problem that you haven't maybe yet thought of, or ventured into or thought about. So it's kind of saying that there, you, whatever challenge you're going through is not bigger than you, even if it feels like it is. You can change it, but also the way you look at it has to change, and your attitude has to change. So, and Hanayo is around to help you with that. And it's saying it has to change because you're an earth angel. You have work here to do. You have a meaning. You have a purpose. You have great things that you are supposed to be doing right now. And I feel like maybe the negative things that are going on around you are deterring you or keeping you away from what this higher, bigger purpose that you're here to serve is. So it's kind of saying, you have to put your trust in spirit more. You see her eyes are closed, and it's like she's just focusing on this ball that has butterflies. It's almost like a crystal ball, but it has butterflies inside of it. So it's like you have to trust spirit, trust that spirit is transforming your life. Sometimes we don't see the transformations right away, and that's when we get frustrated because we're kind of like, when are things going to change? When are they going to get better? Why isn't it better yet? But things are already starting to happen. But again, sometimes we just sort of blinded by just this feeling of hopelessness or lack or depression, or just being pessimistic, that we can't see that spirit is all around you trying to change these things around you. They're working to help you. So it says you are a light worker who has come to earth to teach about love. So you have to teach people about how to love because it's within you. But again, I feel like your circumstances is blinding you almost, or keeping you away from really tuning into that love that you have within yourself. So yeah, you have a big purpose, but you have to get back on the path that is going to lead you to the, really expressing this purpose and putting it out into the world and being able to help people with it, because that's what the Three of Pentacles is about. It's about your talents, your gifts, your creativity that you have to put out into the world. And you have another angel that is showing up here, because I've been telling everyone is getting a number of angels showing up in their reading. So even though, like, my intention was to focus on the one that will be on the Orosoma cards, even the other cards are showing up with different angels and different spirits that are here helping you as well. And you have a spirit, an angel that looks very much like an angel that showed up for card number 1, the people that picked number 1, which is Asaraphel. Asaraphel has a trumpet. This is the archangel that is also a seraphim. So this angel is even higher than a standard archangel, really. This angel, it embraces both the masculine and the feminine, and has 4 faces and has 6 wings. So this is, if you see, that's a statue that looks quite similar, just that it doesn't have all the faces and the wings. But this is like a trumpet that is the call to resurrection. So this is an important time for you too. So you're being called right now to be of service. And the service is, again, for you to use your gifts and your talents. And you may be working alongside other people when it comes to these gifts, when it comes to your ability. So, because again, like they said, you're an earth angel. So you need to be doing that earth angel work out into the world. So if your thing is arts and crafts, if you're a singer, if you whatever you create with your hands, if you're a healer, if you're a spiritual worker, if you write, if you're an author, all of these kind of creative things, it's almost like there is something within you that is creative that needs to go out into the world for everybody, and it's going to help humanity in a meaningful way. So you have 23. And this is from the Path of the Soul deck. And this is not an angel deck. I just felt guided to choose cards from this deck and add it to the readings. But you have the card Magical. So you're magical. And it says, embrace the magic within all of your day-to-day experiences. Think back to the days of childhood when anything could happen. Begin to expect the unexpected. Many small yet wonderful surprises are coming your way. This is the calling of the universe to return to childlike wonder and believe that anything can happen. Look for the magical in the mundane and watch as life transforms from the ordinary into the mystical adventures of the unexpected. So you have some amazing things showing up for you. Things is turning around quickly. So, but you have to believe it. Believe that things will change. Believe that things will get better. That's the same thing you're saying about embracing childlike energy, childlike wonder. Children are very creative. They create their own reality. So it's easy for them to believe, okay, like this is like this and that's like that, because they don't focus so much on even like the reality that even we as their parents create for them. They see everything through like a childlike wonder, and you know, they're not fearful like we're fearful. So if you find that fear is what holds you back, or being a kind of shy or timid is what holds you back, it's saying, you know, when you was a child, you didn't let fear stop you. You didn't overthink things when you was a child. You just did it. And you were just creative, and it was just easy for you to be creative. So it's kind of saying you need to tap back into that childlike energy that will help you with that. So, and Haniel is there to help and guide you, and so are your guardian angels. So, peace and many blessings to you. I'll be seeing you. Bye. Okay, so what number were we on? Is this Haniel was what? Haniel was 4. I hope I said number 4 at the beginning of that part. I will do the timestamp anyways so that people will know which part of the video to watch. So we're now on 5. So if you pick 5 is the number of change. So I don't know if you're embracing changes in some kind of way. Your archangel, before I mention the archangel, these are Orosoma bottle cards. You can look up the bottle if you want. I'm not really going to get into the bottle. I'm more going to discuss the angel. But the bottle is 108, 108. The archangel is Jeremiah. Jeremiah is a really lovely archangel to work with. Like I mentioned to some of the other cards readings, Jeremiah is it'll be good for you to go away and to learn about these archangels, learn more about them, because I'm just going to give you the a very brief description just because of time and everything else. But if you go away and you do your own research, which there's loads of stuff out there, you'll be able to you'll add even more to this message, because you'll get even more messages, and you'll be able to see how you can work with them to be able to get even more help. But I believe that archangels are all around us, and I believe that they come into our lives when when they're needed anyway, regardless of whether we call them in or not. They're just already there helping us with the things that we need anyway. So that's why these messages will resonate with you, and we'll see who else shows up for you, because some of the other readings have had more than just the one archangel show up. Some of them have had a number of different beings show up. So let's see. Archangel Jeremiah. It says, become aware of your thoughts and emotions and how these may affect your alignment with what you are really here to do. There may be blockages from receiving peace and mercy, well, peace and gifts of heaven. Help is being, well, you're being assisted to develop your clairvoyance. You may be receiving prophetic dreams at this time, or remembering your dreams. Oh, you see, I forgot to say that part for one of the other ones. Okay, I'm gonna have to put that on the screen. Okay. This may be a time where you might be reviewing your life. Though you might be feeling guided to make changes, which may impact your future in a positive way. He communicates to you through clairvoyance, along with clear sentience. Clear sentience is a more feeling and a sensation. Clairvoyance is like messages that come into your mind. That you might be having visions. This is about your psychic gifts. You'll be having more mental clarity. You might be feeling kind of nostalgic, like going back in times in terms of like your memories of the past, and very reflective at this time. Okay. All right. So Jeremiah. So basically, if you have been finding that you're getting messages in your dreams, or you're having kind of weird dreams, you don't know what they mean, it's saying you have to research them. Because Jeremiah is trying to tell you something through these dreams. Okay. Even I've been having that as well. So even I'll probably have to sit down with Jeremiah and try to unpack what some of these dreams I've been having are about. But clearly that's the way he communicates with you. It also could be a case of that you these gifts, like if you already had a gift of, let's say, clairsentience or clairvoyance or clairaudience, one of these kind of clairs, it might be becoming more powerful now. Like it might be becoming stronger. If you had psychic ability or visions, you might be having those things even more now. So it's almost like your gifts are developing, and I think that's the reason why this mediumship card has shown up for you guys. So if you are already a medium, or you do that kind of work where you commune with spirits, you might be finding that you're getting more messages. The messages are coming through really clear, and that these spirits are really wanting to communicate with you, because they know that you know how to interpret what they're saying. So you might be having a whole bunch of messages that you need to give to other people at this time to help them. So if you've been scared in the past to be able to do that kind of work, it's kind of saying now is the time where don't be scared. Spirit is basically wanting you to help others with these gifts that you have, that are now becoming even more powerful. So it says you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. So it could be even ancestors that are communicating with you as well at this time, trying to help you and guide you and giving you messages of support and love. And, they want great things for you. They want you to live a blessed life. And I feel like that's what they're going to be coming through to you, giving on to you. So this other day, I should have found out the name of this deck. It's an old one. You guys would have seen it before if you've watched some of my older videos. And it says, we are all angels. It's what we do with our wings that makes a difference. There was a forest fire, and all the animals were fleeing for their lives, except for one hummingbird who was flying among the blossoms. As a monkey went by in the tops of the tree, he called to the hummingbird, "Come on, you're going to burn. We all have to fly for our lives." "No, I can't," said the little hummingbird as he visited another flower, filled his tiny beak with nectar, and poured the drop of moisture onto the flames. She flew to the next flower to repeat the process. "You must hurry," chattered the monkey. "You'll die if you don't come now." "Not at the moment," said the hummingbird. "But what are you doing?" asked the monkey impatiently. "I'm doing my bit," said the hummingbird finally. "You don't have to be a great enlightened master to do your bit. It is how you do it that is important. It is your intention to serve the greater purpose." And I think that fits in so nice, like with the message that was coming through just now, of using your gifts and your abilities for others. So it's saying, even if it's a little, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It's almost like, I think sometimes we want everything to be grand, you know? Like, for instance, you start a business, you want it to grow, you want it to become bigger, you want it to all this other stuff. And it's kind of saying that shouldn't be the focus. What should be the focus is being of service. And even if what you do, your gift and your talent helps even a few people, you've made a huge difference in terms of the universe and what you've been called to do. All these things make a difference. Sometimes just the healing that you can give to one person is so big, because that could transform that person's life in such a meaningful way. And really, that's what it's about. It's not about, like they say, the quantity. It's about the quality. So you don't need a mass of people to be drawn to you and for you to do this work for. Even if it's a few, it makes a huge difference. So that's what the spirit is saying, that has to be the focus. So you have the Six of Pentacles. So this is about, reciprocity. Someone is giving something to you, you might be giving something back. It says the good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of abundance, bor- borrowing wisely or paying off a debt, sharing your wealth with others less fortunate. So it's all about what you can give to others as well as what others will give to you. So the help that you give others, you will get back. The assistance you give to others will come back to you. You're the second person that had this kind of message as well, of sort of the giving and the receiving. But your one, the difference is your focus is a lot to do with these kind of spiritual gifts of what Jeremiah is responsible for again being psychic, clairaudient, being doing mediumship, all of those kind of things, those kind of spiritual works. So for you, it's saying that this is your blessing. Basically, you have this to do, and this is what you're going to get back. People are going to come to you, and you're going to be able to do something for them that is really going to be meaningful for them. And then that's when you're going to see the payoff. The angels will help you so that you will be able to get what you need for you to be able to do this work for others. So I feel like the angels are telling us that basically all of us on this earth, we have a high purpose, a higher purpose than even what we think that we've been created for. And so it's almost like the angels want to bring us into alignment with that higher purpose so that we can serve the world in a meaningful way, because so many things are happening in this world that is not pleasant to say the least. And so it's like those of us that can do our bit in terms of supporting others in their own growth, and essentially we grow at the same time. So it's not about, and I think that's another thing, and I don't know if this is also something that you guys, well, if spirit says, it's probably something you guys need to hear. Sometimes we feel like we have to be perfect in order to do certain kind of workings. And it's kind of saying that spirit is saying we want to basically, we're meeting you where you are. you know we're not expecting perfection. you know we're not expecting you to be a saint, but we know that what you're being called to do, or what we need you to do, what we created you to do, which is not necessarily the archangels that's creating you, but basically what your purpose is here is that you have this service to others that is important. And with that service to others, it will change things in terms of how this earth vibrates, like how this earth, like the energy that is currently existing right now, because there's a lot of really dark energy. And when I mean dark, I'm not just talking about dark matter and all that other stuff. If you're spiritual, you know all of these kind of dark things, and that's not negative. Or because it's dark doesn't mean it's negative. Because creation started from, darkness, but there's a lot of things that are going on within that needs changing within this world. There's a lot that needs changing. And so it's almost like the people that are called to bring about the change are the ones that have a lot of work to do, and they have a purpose in what they're here to do. So 38 is Intuitive Arts Guide. So you see, all of these cards, the message they're giving is like all the messages are coming together, and these cards were picked at random. So it says there are many forms of intuitive work being done on the planet today. Using your intuitive gifts has a large role in the work you are really here to do. There are many tasks that are undertaken which actually involve the intuitive process. Whether you paint, write music, design, raise children, waitress, or give psychic readings, you are operating from an intuitive source. This guide is here to help you see that your role is important, the work you do is needed, you are in service, and your intuitive knowing is strong. You are helping others to acknowledge and accept their own intuition. So, that message was very clear. So, peace and many blessings to you. I'll be seeing you. Bye.